Hi, I'm Eliott from La Rochelle Université and the Yooz company. This is our WACV 2026 paper on zero-shot table extraction in business documents. The core question we are going to answer today: can zero-shot VLMs replace the need for annotated data? The answer will be not always, actually. So, table extraction has two-stage detection. The first one is table detection, which is finding the table on the page where it is, and then table structure recognition, which is extracting rows, columns, and headers. So these tasks, they have very different annotation cost. The first task, detection, table detection, it needs only one box per page, so it's okay. But then table structure recognition, it needs full cell level annotation, so it's much more expensive. You need many B boxes per document. So we compare those with three regimes: zero shot, fine tune, and from scratch training. And we try that across two families of methods: specialized detectors, like the normal way or classic way to do this with object detection methods, and generative VLMs like GPT-4o and GPT-5 mini, but also some open models. So we evaluate on two datasets: DocalQuest, which is a table variant of the famous Docal dataset on documents, and also the STM154 dataset, which is private for our company. So we did use some standard metrics, but beyond that, we also define a new automatic error taxonomy, which breaks failures into interpretable categories. So we, yeah, we know why a model failed, not how much. Like we know how much via the standard metrics, and we can explain also why. So yeah. So here we have some concrete examples for detection on top. First, on the right, GPT-4o, you can see it finds something that looks like a table like a region, but it's not the actual product table we are interested in. And then on the left, the data model, it includes content below the table, which doesn't belong, like totals like element. Then at the bottom, for table structure recognition, we have two predictions from models, and they both hallucinate an extra column, which like the NO with the NO sign. So this shows how ambiguous boundaries can cause some structural errors. Then for the main comparison, on the left, top left, we have table detection results, and on the right, table structure recognition results with respectively GIU, generalized IOU, and TEDS metrics. So for table detection, supervised first, so YOLO V9 and DETER supervised, they are quite good, like very close to the biggest model. And among zero-shot models, only the commercial VLMs are competitive. Like the open ones, they are not usable and not competitive at all. For table structure recognition, it's slightly different story. GPT-5 mini, it's in the lead, yes, but we also see that fine-tuned small docling, which is open and quite small, is actually competitive. And TITR, which is like a classic, is the best lightweight zero shot and is somewhat usable still. Finally, for some emission and recommendation, so we know that accuracy isn't everything, it's important, but this plot, it will show the relationship between the performance versus the CO2 emissions on log scale. So we can see, for example, that the VLM models, the API ones in red, they are quite they're quite good. They're on the right with the green models, but for the green one, the local detectors, they achieve basically similar performance, similar accuracy, but they are about 1,000 to 10,000 less emission. So yeah, basically for some recommendation based on that, we would say that if you have no annotation budget, then you should use zero-shot VLMs. Basically, you don't have a choice for both tasks. Then if you can do a little bit of annotation, then you can probably afford one bbox per page. In that case, you should train the TD model, the table detection model only, and pair it with a zero-shot VLM via an API for TSR. And then finally, if you can afford some annotation for both tasks, then you should do it. This way you get the lowest emission, you get full coordinate details, full control, of course, and also if you can afford then more data in the future, your model, you can retrain them and it will improve even more. So to summarize all of that, zero-shot VLMs, they are strong for structure recognition, table structure recognition, uh, but even with minimal supervision, you can actually significantly improve the detection, like the first step, with like a fraction, like a very, very small portion of the emission cost. So yeah, you can find the LinkedIn and the dataset links at the bottom of the poster. Thank you.